Everyone thinks cults operate in shadows. Sometimes they thrive in plain sight. They operated from an affluent suburb, presenting an image of spiritual enlightenment. But behind the facade of yoga and meditation, Anne Hamilton Byron, the enigmatic leader of the family, was building a chilling empire based on manipulation, fear, and a terrifying secret: stolen children. Hamilton Byron, born Evelyn Grace Randall in 1921, cultivated an air of mystique. She claimed to be a reincarnation of Jesus Christ, a guru, and a spiritual guide, drawing in educated, middle-class individuals seeking purpose and belonging in post-war Australia. Her teachings blended elements of Eastern mysticism, Christianity, and occult practices. She preached about the end of the world and the need to prepare a new, pure race to inherit it. This pure race would be her children, a core component of her grand, disturbing vision. By the late 1960s, Hamilton Byron had established her headquarters, New Haven, a sprawling property near Lake Eildon, Victoria. It was here that the true horror of the family began to unfold, shielded by isolation and the unwavering loyalty of her inner circle. The cult acquired children through various means. Some were adopted illegally, others were born to cult members, and some were even taken from single mothers who were coerced or manipulated into giving them up. These children were then raised collectively, isolated from the outside world. Hamilton Byron would often claim these children were reincarnations of her former family from past lives. This belief system provided a warped justification for their removal from biological parents and their subsequent indoctrination into the family. The children, often dressed in matching outfits and sporting platinum blonde hair, were subjected to a brutal regimen. They were taught to believe Hamilton Byron was their biological mother, and any deviation from her strict rules resulted in severe punishment. Physical abuse, including beatings, was common. They were also given powerful hallucinogenic drugs like LSD, administered by Hamilton Byron and her adult followers, ostensibly as part of initiation or purification rituals. One former member, Sarah Moore, recounted being given LSD at a young age, experiencing terrifying hallucinations and profound psychological distress. These experiences left deep, lasting scars on the children, warping their perception of reality. Hamilton Byron also claimed to possess psychic powers, including clairvoyance and the ability to heal. These claims, amplified by her followers, further solidified her control and instilled a deep fear of her supernatural capabilities among the children and adults alike. She would predict events or read people's thoughts, often using information gleaned from her loyal network of followers. This created an atmosphere where members believed she was omniscient, making defiance seem futile and dangerous. The children were kept in almost complete isolation, attending a makeshift school within the compound. Their education was heavily controlled, focusing on Hamilton Byron's teachings and cultivating an absolute loyalty to Mother. The first true crack in the family's facade appeared in 1987. One of the children, Sarah Moore, managed to escape and alert the authorities. Her brave testimony finally exposed the hidden world of abuse and manipulation. Police raided New Haven, rescuing the remaining children. The scene they discovered was grim: traumatized children, malnourished and emotionally scarred, living under the shadow of a charismatic, yet deeply dangerous leader. Hamilton Byron and her husband, William, fled Australia, becoming international fugitives. They were eventually apprehended in the Catskill Mountains of New York in 1993, 6 years after the initial raid. Despite overwhelming evidence of abuse, Hamilton Byron was only convicted of charges related to forging documents and defrauding authorities in relation to the illegal adoptions. She served no prison time for the abuse of the children. Her husband, William, faced similar charges. The legal system, at the time, struggled to grapple with the complexities of cult-related psychological abuse and the unique challenges of prosecuting such cases. The legacy of the family is one of profound trauma and the lasting scars on its victims. Many of the children continue to grapple with the psychological impact of their upbringing, seeking healing and understanding in the aftermath of their ordeal. Anne Hamilton Byron died in 2019 at the age of 97, taking many of her secrets with her. But the story of the family serves as a stark warning about the dangers of charismatic manipulation and the devastating power of isolation. Uncover more chilling narratives of manipulation and control in our next deep dive.